Do you ever have that moment where you're just like, man, when I shave, I just think about toxic masculinity. And when I stroke every facial hair that slowly tears away from my skin using my Gillette razor, I just feel my toxic masculinity falling away and reflecting on the nature of life and the entire structure of the universe and the hierarchies of civilization. No one ever thinks that. But apparently, Gillette does. A few days ago, as you well know, most likely, Gillette exploded upon the internet, and upon the world, really, with the use of a terrible and awful ad in which it displays #MeToo, #TimesUp, toxic masculinity, evil males, how dare you with your shaving, grr. And I watched the trailer, or not the trailer, but the ad, and I watched other people react to it and their thoughts about the ad, and I think I had to say that the best one I watched was this guy who displayed a clip from the ad in which this little boy watches his dad tear apart a fight between two men, or a teenager and another guy, and they tear apart the fight, and he pauses on the little boy, and the little boy says, and the guy narrates over the little boy, and he says, "Oh, I was gonna grow up to be a racist misogynist who hates women, but all because of my dad breaking up that fight. I'm gonna respect women now. No more toxic masculinity. I'm never gonna touch a woman again." And I watched that and I was just like, yeah, that's what they think. That's what they think men act like. Like, oh, because my dad broke up a fight, I'm all of a sudden not going to do the future things that I'm going to do or I could have possibly done. Because whenever I see a woman and I have that urge and feeling, automatically when I think about when I was 5 and my dad broke up a fight. Are you kidding me? No one ever thinks that. Are you insane? No one thinks that way. No one ever. Especially kids. Kids don't care. If anything, they're either too afraid to understand what's going on at the time, and they want their dad to be there to like, hey, kiddo, it's okay, it's all good. Rather than, thinking about their life. Like, you don't even start thinking about or act that way usually until you're near the end of high school or into college. Like, and even sometimes then you don't think about it. It's very stupid to think that a little 5-year-old kid who cares more about his Legos and the new Star Wars film coming out and what's going to happen. Like, you really think that type of kid is going to go out into the world and see something happen and go, how can I reflect upon this in my life? And how the future of society holds to this. No one thinks that way. I don't know why they think that everyone thinks that way. It happens with almost every commercial that they put out, and it's completely stupid and, illogical for someone so young to, and especially on something so, nothing in that trailer, nothing in the Gillette trailer has anything to do with razor blades. Nothing has to do with shaving off your facial hair or whatever you're going to use it for. I don't want to know. So it's just hilarious to watch this commercial and say, somehow a Gillette razor blade is going to tie back to toxic masculinity, the Me Too movement. Are you kidding me? What, did Harvey Weinstein shave with with a Gillette razor? Is that what happened? Because honestly, I don't think that. I don't see that. And then even if he did, it wouldn't matter. Anyways, the fact of the matter is that Gillette is simply using this in order to spread more propaganda. You could easily go into many theories about, or conspiracy theories about how companies pay each other or are paid off, and how they want a certain way of society to function or work, and So they put these snippets. Sometimes you don't notice them. Sometimes you do, which is the new Gillette commercial. It's kind of obvious. Hits you in the face pretty hard. And they're trying to indoctrinate you subtly. But in Gillette's case, it's not so subtle. It's kind of like a, slap in the face and a punch to the balls. I mean, it's kind of obvious. It's like you think that you're going to sell me a razor now that I saw this? No. And the funny thing is that they know that the social justice NPC crowd isn't that big. It's not that large. And they don't support anything. They don't support their movies that they want ever so badly. They don't support the comic books like Marvel, where they did change every character into some type of social justice NPC character. No one bought them. No social justice did. So I don't know why they're trying to push this narrative when they're not going to make money from it, because a large majority of their customers are very anti-SJW, anti-NPC, or at the very least, they just don't care. And they're just like, what? Why? I just want a razor commercial. Like, I don't care about your politics. And if anything, they're just going to be turned off because it's like, I really don't want politics in my razor blades. And thanks, I really appreciate that, but whatever. So, Gillette. Dear Gillette, maybe one day you will grow up to become an actual company, unlike Lucasfilm, which realizes, maybe we shouldn't put politics and all that into our movies because it doesn't really matter. It's not, into our ads. It's not that big of a deal. It's not something that we have to have. It's not something that's going to progress the company. It's not something that's going to give us a better bang for our buck. It'd be different if the social justice NPC crowd was larger, but which, that would make, sense. They're targeting for the majority. But the thing is, it seems like with all these companies that they're trying to target to the minority, which makes no sense because they're not going to make money. And I laugh because I just laugh at how ridiculous it is. It's absolutely idiotic that a company like Gillette, which, they've got a good amount of money. They've been working for a while, and people like their products enough that they buy them quite often. And now they're not going to. Like, the Nike situation, I think, was maybe a little bit different because people still have to buy the Nike shoes for the sports and stuff, and that's usually the number, like the name brand that people usually buy for sports shoes. So they're still going to get, money and stuff. But Gillette, like, there's a number of varieties of razor blades out there. You could just go get another pair. It's like, well, Gillette's like, oh, look, this Gillette pair is $550, but then I could get this other brand for $350. Oh, wait, which one was the social justice commercial for? Oh, Gillette? Yeah, I'll get the cheaper brand, save me money, and not support a company that's doing something really stupid. There you go. I win. Gillette loses. I don't get it. Well, either Gillette, like, if they had a very pro-patriotic commercial, sure, there might be backlash among the SJWs because, they're complete idiots and morons and crazies. But if they had a very patriotic commercial, or if they just had one that's about, helping kids with cancer or helping dogs that are in shelters or something like that, a humanitarian issue like that everyone could get behind. Like, sure, you might roll your eyes and go, I really don't care about dogs in shelters if you're that type of a person. And, but you're not going to get offended by it. You're not going to be like, well, I'm never going to support Gillette. It's just going to be like, I really don't care. But then it could be like some big issue for other people and be like, wow, I really want to support Gillette because they are trying to help dogs in shelters and need foster homes. Like, I totally support that. Then they're going to get great support. Like, why would you pick such a controversial topic? It's ridiculous. Maybe someone's there and they're being honest and they're like, hey, man, we really need to bring attention to this. Then I'd kind of understand and have a little bit more sympathy. But the fact of the matter is that very rarely that's ever the case. And the fact is that they're a company. There's the internet, you know what's going on in the world, especially someone with Gillette where they have marketing departments and they know what's going on. They know the trends. They know what is good for selling and what is not. Which in this case, social justice is not the best selling point, is not marketable. And yet, for some reason, they still do it. So, Gillette made this commercial. We'll see how the backlash goes. Very interested to see how their sales happen to be in the next few months after this highly stupid commercial about toxic masculinity. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I saw this one comment that someone says it's like a tampon company telling women not to be pretty. It's like, what? That's so stupid. Why would you do that? They wouldn't do that because, if they actually did that, they would get sued or something by the feminists and be like, oh, you're telling women not to be beautiful. Women are always beautiful, blah, 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 blah. But with guys, guys are so easily, just get over it. Just get over it. And I think guys need to stand up and be like, no, you're not going to take away masculinity. What about toxic masculinity? I highly doubt there's a thing called toxic masculinity. That could go into a totally different topic. But anyways, Gillette, the ad. Tell me what you thought about it. Tell me, do you think Gillette is going to suffer for this? Do you think that they're going to lose sales? Are their stocks going to go down? Are they going to lose millions or just thousands? Or is this going to be a big knockback? Do you think it's going to be so bad? Or could it be bad enough that they actually might respond to it and be like, hey guys, we're sorry about this. We're sorry for the ad. We shouldn't have done this. I highly doubt that. Because, Gillette's not like that big of a deal. They're kind of a tiny business. They're a big business in the sense of razor blades. But when I heard about the Gillette commercial, at first I was like, what's Gillette? And then I had to look it up and go, oh yeah, I saw that before. They're like a razor company. See, they're not on your radar. They're not exactly the type of people that you're like, Gillette? Okay, there's something controversial about Gillette? So anyways, tell me your thoughts down below. And I will see you guys later.